Hello everybody, hi! Welcome to my channel. Just keep swimming 1111. Today we're going to be doing a Pisces reading. So I hope you guys are cross-watching or watching for your own sign. If you guys are watching from a sun sign perspective, you're going to be learning about yourself from the inside out, a soul knowing and a desire for why you were put here. So it's going to touch your soul on a soul level from a sun sign perspective, really what you're doing here, okay? It's really about you personally from a sun sign. From a moon sign, it's also very personal, but it's deep, real deep. From a mental and an emotional level, that's how you're going to view that reading. Your thoughts, your subconscious, your feelings, your mother's teachings, the feminine side of yourself, okay? If you're going to be learning or watching this video from a rising sign perspective, it is your goals, desires, aspirations, your accomplishments, what people see when they look at you, what your relationship looks like from another person's perspective, who you are from another person's perspective. That's the rising sign, the ascendant. If you're going to watch it from a Venus sign perspective, it's about your love relationships, your very loving relationships. The closest ones to you is your soulmate, your spouse, your lover, your intimate partner, the one you bare your soul to and share your dreams with. And that's going to be on a Venus level. But you can also watch it from a broader perspective of a 7th house level, which is really relationships with other people. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be a relationship with somebody you're intimate with. But it could also be the relationships with your coworkers or the relationships with your children, if you have any. And just people and friends in general, okay? So it's good to watch it from that perspective also. And let's go ahead and dive into this reading. I felt extremely emotional yesterday. I was crying about the littlest things. I am a Pisces moon, so I was just crying about a bunch of silly little things. Like, I would hear a poem and I would start crying. I would watch stories about Maya Angelou and then just cry and just really be super emotional. Just about life, you know? And I don't know if you guys have been experiencing that, Pisces people, but there's something going on with our sign. I know Mars is leaving Pisces and going into Aries, but it's still in Revati, Pisces, the nakshatra Revati, and it's a very spiritual, poetic time. So maybe you guys are feeling that way. My inspiration for today's video was Maya Angelou. And I have her thumbnail up there, and I have her quote up there. Love might be that which holds the stars in the firmament. The urge that pushes your blood back and forth. Love takes courage. And that just meant so much to me. That just simple saying, love might be that which holds the stars in the firmament, just brings home all of our knowing and belief that love is the greatest power of all. It really is. It is the most high authority, period, in existence. It takes a great person to love. It's courageous because there's a lot of consequences when you love someone. When you have children and you love them, it takes everything out of you, which is true Pisces 12th house. 12th house nature. The 12th house, the house of Pisces, talks about what leaves your body. It talks about the soul leaving the body in the 12th house. It talks about your financials leaving and the cost that you spend. It talks about sleep, subconscious, which is when your body goes to rest and your spirit awakens. So it's the loss of consciousness, the loss of physical reality. And it talks about poetry and deep feelings, deep thoughts. It's when you lose the way reality seems to be and you get away from that, you're in 5D. You're in a higher dimension. You're in a spiritual place. And that's what Pisces people are all about, is disconnecting from the everyday world and being a spiritually deep person. Very loving, very political, very theatrical, very emotional, very poetic, very creative. These people just have a great mind. They really do. They have a great mind and a great sense of spiritual wisdom. You know, the people that are meant to be teachers on this earth are the people that are ruled by Jupiter. And those are the great teachers, because Jupiter rules, per Vedic astrology now, Jupiter rules Pisces and Sagittarius. It is pretty obvious that Pisces and Sagittarius people make the most profound teachers. Okay? Now, Maya Angelou was born April 4th. She's a Pisces, per Vedic, obviously. But did you know that Maya Angelou was not only a sun sign Pisces, she was actually an ascendant rising sign Pisces as well. Her sun was in the first house, along with Jupiter in the first house. She was blessed to have her ruling planet in its own sign in the first house. She was very blessed. She was a very spiritual, very wise teacher. And one of the most inspirational things that she's ever really shown me, even into her 80s, she was going to school. She never said, I'm old and I'm wise and I'm full of wisdom. She was always learning. The teacher is always learning. Wisdom is constantly being fed and constantly growing. If we've ever stopped ourselves from growth and wisdom, then we are cutting our abilities short and we're actually doing our soul a great disservice. So anyways, she's a great inspiration for me. I love her. I feel like she's my grandma. She really reminds me of my grandma a lot. And everything she went through just defeated all odds. I'm not doing a chart on Maya, but I guess I'm just gonna, I did her chart and I looked at her and I was like, wow, I see so much truth. From the fact that she didn't speak at the age of 7 till she was 12, and how she stood quiet, how Mars affected her second house, which was Aries, and Mars rules Aries. Mars was in her 12th house, which is loss. So there was going to be a loss of language, because the second house is language, for a few years. She also had other planets in there, Venus, Mars, and I want to say, oh gosh, I forgot the third one. All I know is, I think it was Ketu. But we've talked about Mongolic people. We've talked about how they've had a difficult time. And especially when you have Mars in the 12th house, that's a very big signature piece in astrology, that there may have been sexual abuse as a young child. That's just what happens. It's what's behind closed doors. It's what's done in secret, the 12th house. It looks at the 6th house of Virgo, which is enemies and secrets. Enemies and secrets. For her, that's what happened. That's why she stopped speaking. Her mother's boyfriend had raped her at the age of 7. But she became very spiritual because of it. Everyone has something happening for a reason. Now, Maya Angelou had something very dark happen to her, and it was for a reason. It was to make her who she is and who she was, because she's passed, who she was, you know. And had that not happened to her, she even said so herself, she may have never written a book. She may have never have spoken as deeply and profoundly as she had. During her silent years, she read tons of books. She couldn't get enough books. Her teacher, Mrs. Flowers, had her reading every book in the classroom. And when she fell in love with poetry, her teacher told her, Maya, you don't love poetry. And she wrote on a notebook, yes, I do. I love poetry. She says, you'll never love poetry until you feel it roll off of your tongue, until you hear it spoken, until you have spoken it and sang it and told it. You're never really going to love poetry. And so that inspired her to keep writing, but also to start speaking, because she wanted to show love to her poetry. And like she said, love takes courage. If you love something, you have to be courageous. She was courageous enough to start speaking because she loved poetry. She was creative and courageous enough to write books because she loved it. Now, this channel focuses on love relationships. So, to love your partner fully, to feel your partner in your mind and in your heart and in your soul, is to love someone without the expectations they're going to love you back, without the expectations that by you loving them is going to make them act or do certain things for you, by you loving that person, having any kind of influence or control on them. We are taught to believe that's the kind of love that happens. But it's not true. And according to Maya, love is courageous because you're going to lose parts of yourself. You're going to lose all different kinds of parts of you to love someone, and that takes courage. It's very unselfish. So Pisces, I just am really grateful and proud that I get to read for you today, and I feel like it's going to be a really deep, beautiful reading. So let's get into it. Spirit, please show me what's going on for the sign of Pisces. That one came out right, so I'm just going to leave it the way it is. We have the Illusionist, the Knight of Stones, which to me reminds me a lot of the Knight of Pentacles, which is what I'm assuming it is, okay? Which is slow, certain, strong, mostly powerful. This top area right here is going to be the Pisces mind. This is what I'm envisioning. The Pisces mind, okay? Slow and steady and sure, full of hope and peace, offering wisdom, very intelligent. What's going on in your heart, Pisces? What's going on in your heart and your emotions and your feelings? Okay. And what's going to be happening? I feel like I need to pull the bottom. I don't know why. Okay. And what's going to be happening in your actions? Okay. What are you doing physically? Like, what is it that you've got your mind on that you are physically out there just doing these things? What is Pisces actions? Seven of Scrolls. Bottom of the deck, the Sojourner. King of Mirrors, which is King of Cups, I'm pretty sure. King of Cups, I love it, Pisces. Bottom of the line, bottom of the deck. The most honest energy you can get about the sign of Pisces is you have a great mind for love, a great heart for love. You give with all that you have. You are a visionary. You are a treasure chest full of jewels, which is thoughts, passionate feelings, gestures, gifts, wisdom. You are well-rounded and you just have so much value to give. You're very wealthy in love and emotions and deep thoughts. You're just super wealthy and having that kind of energy with you. So let's see what's going on in your mind. Oh, thank you, Lisi. What is that? Lisi? Thank you so much. I saw that. Thank you. So the first one we have is the Magician, which is ravens for the mind area. So Pisces is thinking extremely intellectually, but also taking control. The Magician is a spiritual person. He's someone that is somewhat of an alchemist. He can manipulate energy. He can manipulate thoughts. He can be a mind reader. He can be a magic magician for a crowd. He can do magic in the privacy of his own home. He can bring things into this reality that are only his thoughts and visions and his hopes and dreams. He can make them happen. He brings his thoughts and feelings and desires into reality. He brings them. He calls them. He's very powerful. Now, this is, of course, Odin with the two ravens. You know, Odin is with us here. He has his ravens talking to us and giving us messages from far and wide, from above and from below. Okay, so there's just all this different information. Now, because there's a tree in this image, I do think Pisces is thinking about the family tree. I do think you're thinking about ancestry, DNA. I think you're thinking about your history. I think that you want to have a legacy. You're thinking about, what are you going to leave behind? How are people going to remember you? How are your loved ones going to remember you? Are you going to leave them these pearls of wisdom? Are you going to leave them this treasure that's inside of you? And you're learning that it's been too long that you haven't shared with the world the wisdom that you have, the love that you have. It's been too long that you've been carrying this inside, locked under, lock and key in a little treasure chest, keeping these beautiful treasures from others. You've been an ocean of secrets. And now your eyes are opening up and you're realizing, I want to share. I want to share my voice. I want to share my story. I want to share my heart. I want to share this life. Because keep in mind also, Pisces people are usually isolated. They love isolation most of the time. They do like their peace. They like their quiet. They like their alone time. So that's still something you value very, very much. But you're also wanting to make the most of every single second that you're here. And you're learning how to balance that out, okay? That's what I'm feeling. You're learning very much how to give yourself the time you need to be who Pisces is, but also how to share it with others. And it looks like you have a plan. Okay? The next card about your mind is Psyche. Pisces, the world. That's beautiful. You have so much going on in your mind. This is completion. You have a final vision. This is a final vision. There's something you have a plan of, you want to do. You know what it takes. You know how to get from A to B. You're going to make it happen. You have completed the process in which you had ideas and thoughts and feelings, and you were gathering information. You're done. It's time for the birth of this project. It's time for the birth of whatever it is that you're trying to do. You finally are finished. Your magnum opus. You know what it is you want to leave behind. You know what it is you want to say to someone. You know what it is you have to do to move further into your spiritual journey. It's kind of like everything makes sense. You've been putting together a very large puzzle in your life, and you're finally getting the last pieces of these puzzles of what makes Pisces Pisces. And as you settle down that last piece of the puzzle, and you put it down and you just go, this was a lot of work. This was not easy. There was tears and there was sweat. There was pain and there was pleasure. There was beauty and there was a lot of ugly. But that's okay, because now that I step back, the illusionist, now that I step back from the illusion that all these things were independent of each other, that all these things were just separate little pieces of my life, I step back and I see that it was all one big lesson. It was all one big chunk of my life that was meant to be together. They happened for the very right reason they happened, at the right time, that this happened so this could happen, and I did that so I could accomplish that, and this happened to me so I could do this, and it all makes sense. And that's the world, that's psyche, that's the completion. You just see that it was all worth it. You're learning in regards to love, and it looks like you loved a Virgo who was a perfectionist and very critical, or you fell in love with a magician, which was Gemini rule or Mercury ruled again, either a Virgo or a Gemini, okay? Looks like you had a relationship with a Virgo or a Gemini, Pisces, and it just looks like that took a lot out of you. That was draining. There's a love relationship that you learned a lot from. And after a long time of dealing with this relationship, you finally became who you are in this. And it looks like you're finally letting go of the lessons that you've taken from that relationship. You've taken wisdom and beauty and love, and you're just so much more wise and grown. Thank you to this relationship. It did a lot for you. I also feel there's a Pisces out there that feels completed. This is either a graduation, a certificate, a diploma, a degree that you've accomplished. It's taken you a long time, many, many years. You've been a student. You've accomplished this, and you feel proud, and now you can put it in a frame and put it up and say, there's my accomplishment. But it's also an inner. There's an award, and there is a big breath of fresh air that's just calming and relaxing, and it takes off the weight. And it's like, I finally accomplished myself. I'm an accomplished person. I'm wise. I'm smart. I'm grown. I've learned a great deal in this life, and I'm leveling up. And I think that's what's really happening for you, hun. You're leveling up to the next level of Pisces awesomeness. You're leveling up. So let's keep going. What's going on in your heart, okay? The first card we have is the Weaver, Queen of Scrolls. Now I'm thinking the scrolls, I'm thinking they must be fire. I really feel like they are fire, but I'm going to go with it. If it's not fire, I'll correct myself later. But my intuition, I'm not used to this deck. I'm feeling like the Queen of Scrolls is the Queen of Fire because it's paper and it's like wood. It's burnable, so I'm assuming that's what it is. Okay? Like the Queen of Wands, you know what I mean? But we're going to just go with it. So we have the Queen of Fire, the Queen of Scrolls, the Queen of Wands in your heart, which is passionate, creative, loving, nurturing, but mostly what I'm feeling is awake. Your soul is awake. You're alive, you're breathing, you feel alive. It's one thing to be living, and it's another thing to feel alive. And I think most of us Pisces people understand what I mean when I say that. The simple fact that your heart feels alive again is because you went through some kind of a death. There's a lot of pieces of you that had to die so you could be reborn. And now you're just like, God, I feel so different. I'm the same person. I have the same good qualities, but I'm stronger and I'm wiser. And not only that, I'm more passionate is what I'm hearing. Okay, let's go ahead and get the other cards. Oh, wow, we have the Knight of Scrolls, the Visionary, which is like the Knight of Fire, the Knight of Wands. Interesting. This looks like a very wise sage. He's got a wand here with peacock feathers. He's just very intelligent. He's very wise. He's passionate. He's confident. Okay, so I'm loving this. You have two knights, the Knight of Stones and the Knight of Scrolls. You're much more wise than your partner. I just think you should know that. I don't care how old your partner is. I don't care if he or she is 20 years older than you are. The depth of love that you have in your spirit is very old. Very, very, very old and very wise. Very much reincarnated. You're just a wise person when it comes to matters of the heart. I think you're also focusing on meditation. I feel like this has been bugging you. I feel like you've been reading, learning, watching shows, just growing in what real meditation is, because you don't just want to scratch the surface of what typical meditation is. Pisces doesn't do anything typical. Pisces people are not lukewarm. They are either hot or they are cold. There is no lukewarm business because they're so real. That's the Jupiter in them. A lot the same with Sagittarius. Jupiter ruled. Hot or cold. Never lukewarm. You don't do anything half-ass is what I'm saying. When you're in love, you're completely, madly, truly, deeply in love. When you're done with someone, you're completely done. Finished with someone. There is no I'm hanging on in the middle. You're either in or you're out. But that has something to do with meditation also. I feel like you're wanting to take classes, or you're wanting to teach, or you're wanting to learn how to be much better at meditation than the average, Joe, than the status quo, okay? You want to be a leader in meditation. You want to master something. Remember, this whole reading for Pisces is I want to master. I want to master self, and now I want to master something else. And it looks like you're pulling away from the passions of the heart that are intimate and more going inward to the passions of the heart that are soulful. And this is going to be poetry. This is going to be meditation. This is going to be deep thoughts and feelings of journaling, dream introspection, reflecting. Very, very much the Hermit card. And I just feel like when it comes to meditation, I think you want to learn from the best. You want to go far and wide. You might be seeking a teacher that is foreign from you. Or maybe you're going to travel and go somewhere foreign to learn this ability of meditation or of soul work. Because really it's just soul work that you want to do. I don't even see healing. This is more, who am I as self? I think Pisces is past healing. I think that the healing is done with the World card. Now you're on mastery. You're like, well, I feel better. I'm healed. I just want to know who I am. I want to know who my soul is. It's not good enough that I know my name and last name and my grandparents. I want to know my ancestry. I want to know where I came from. I want to know what those people are like. I want to know what traditions they had. I want to know who they worshiped. I want to know what they saw every day. I want to know what their lifestyle was. Now, beyond that, you want to meditate and go back into past lives. Pisces has a true desire right now to go into the past life self. And who am I in the last life? What did I do? What did I accomplish? Who did I love? Who was I? What did I do? How does that affect me today? Because you see, with being ruled by Jupiter, you're always learning, you're always growing, you're always the student. So when Pisces people feel accomplished with the World card, they don't just quit learning. They level up to the next step. They go even deeper. Pisces is always achieving, always going deeper. There's no end. Once they've achieved some level of depth, they're going even deeper. And that's the fish in the ocean. The almost seeming bottomless ocean is how it feels. It just goes deeper and deeper and deeper, and it's so unexplored, it's so vast. No one really knows what's in the depths of the soul. But Pisces is very much an entrepreneur, a waymaker, a leader. You're so closely related to the Aries. I mean, that is the next step for you, is being a leader. So you're so closely right there to pave the way. Pisces does the most work so the soul can rest. So you're doing the most work that you can do for your spirit so you can rest. And you're ready to learn what is next. What does this mean for Pisces with the Visionary Knight of Scrolls? It means taking action, physical action. So what kind of physical action are you going to be taking? Well, a few things come to mind here. One is a star chart. Obviously, you're going to have your birth chart read in depth to you. Then you're going to study your chart. You may also be looking into things like numerology, palmistry, past life meditation regression. These are some physical steps that you're going to be taking to learn exactly who you are. And you'll go to the farthest spreads of the earth to learn these things for yourself. Whoever you have to talk to, whatever you have to do, you're willing to do it. I do see some spending of money. Knight of Scrolls, you intend to spend a little money on this because it's worth it. Your soul and your growth and your achievements, these are things that are priceless. It's priceless. You're going to carry this wisdom with you. So what better to invest than wisdom? Of course you should invest in wisdom. You get to take that with you in every incarnation. So definitely invest in money on your wisdom, not book wisdom, because that's lame. Pisces doesn't care about that. Unless you really need to learn to read and write and all that other stuff, of course, invest in wisdom. But if you know how to read, you know how to write, you know how to do the basic math to survive, you don't need to go further. The more later education is about deep wisdom, profound things, psychology, mastering the mind, right? The body, learning about physiology, right? What makes the body tick? What causes cancer? What could cure cancers? What are all these things? That's deeper wisdom. Those are things worth exploring. But now we're talking about the soul as well. Yes, people have dabbled into those things. But how many people have dabbled into the subconscious? Very few people. Now, there's some really great people that have really paved the way there. I know Dolores Cannon is one of them. She's great to follow. She's one I personally follow. And there's a plethora. There's a lot of people. Not as much as you would like to think. But there is. Sadhguru, Deepak Chopra, even all astronomers go pretty deep. I wouldn't say all astronomers. You know, when I look at people that do astronomy or teach astronomy, I notice that some people are more interested in the science. And some people are more interested in the feelings and the depth of the emotions into it, what it must feel like. We see things from so many different perspectives, and I just think you should learn from all of them. I don't think you should just follow one teacher. I think you should follow as many teachers as you possibly can to grab and grasp as much of this wisdom as you possibly can, because they all have some huge value to offer you and give you. We shouldn't be picky. These are all teachers, and we can learn something from everyone. So there's this deep inner work in the heart of everything. You have a very big desire, okay, to go deeper in yourself. The next card that came with this is, believe it or not, it's death. And this is Adrian. I don't know who she is. She's obviously a Greek goddess. She's carrying some kind of a stone with a bull on it, okay, which is Taurus. She has a yarn ball, or some kind of a ball of twine, and it's unraveling. Okay, she has a laurel, which is victorious. And there's a circle stone thing behind her, which to me represents reincarnations, the cycles of life, living them and then dying, and then living again and then dying, which is a star chart. So I feel like this is a star chart. And I don't know how many stones are behind her, but I'm assuming they're 12, which would be the 12 houses of the zodiac, the horoscopes, the birth chart. So she's holding one. And it's funny because Taurus is the second house, but it does look at the house of death, the 8th house, Scorpio. So in your heart, you have gained a great value for letting a love go. There was a man or a woman, but somebody with a masculine energy that was in and out of your life, Pisces. This person came and gave you beauty and joy and passion. And as quickly as they came in like a whirlwind, they left. Okay? And I think that was very painful. And I think you spent most of your time trying to recreate that feeling, trying to get it back. You were chasing it and chasing it. And what I'm feeling is with these circles, it's like a dog chasing its own tail. He's never really going to get a hold of it. Not really. I think that you chasing this feeling that you once had with someone, you're not. You've learned to accept what happened. To be grateful that you experienced that passion and joy at all. And so you've learned to let it go with death. You've learned to accept its loss. You've taken the love with you, and it will always be with you. In every incarnation, this love of your life will be with you, but maybe not physically. And so you're learning to let the physical go, okay? Let's get the next card here for your feelings. Well, we definitely have a Sagittarius that's involved here. I mean, I mentioned it earlier with Jupiter, Saggy Pisces, but it's coming in again. So maybe you have Sagittarius in you, maybe your lover does, but it's coming in again. We have the 10 of spirals. And here we have the Centurion. I think that's what they call him, Centurion, right? Or I'm pretty sure. Half man, half horse. And he's carrying all of this weight. I just realized something. Spirals are the ones in this deck. I was wrong. Scrolls are the swords because of wisdom, because of knowledge, thought, and words, written words, spoken words. So, excuse me, but I was wrong on this deck. I'm sorry. I'm learning on this deck. But the Knight of Scrolls is the Knight of Swords. The Queen of Scrolls is the Queen of Swords. That changes a little bit, but it still is my message because of the pictures, which is what I was going off of, the pictures. But it still has a little bit of a change. Because the Queen of Swords is a hurt person. It's someone that's been hurt. It's someone that's gone through separation and pain, and we have death. So we do have someone that's experienced death. But in your heart, it's very painful. But with the Knight of Swords, the visionary, you're wanting to grow and learn your lesson from this relationship. You're not just being bitter. You're not upset. You're not crying. She's not here angry and miserable. She's here creating and weaving something new. And there's the butterfly, which is death and rebirth. She's weaving a butterfly. So she's gone through this death process and now she's reborn. So that's in your heart. So it kind of adds to the message. Little another layer of icing, right? Another layer. So anyways, the 10 of spirals here, 10 of wands, we have this man, horse, centurion. He's carrying so much weight. He's capable though. It's a little difficult to balance these things on his back, and he's like, damn, okay, I hope I get to where I need to go very quickly. There's 4 paths, okay? And that's so many directions you could go, and you're choosing a path. You've made a decision, you're determined, you know what direction you're headed in. So you're not lost, okay? In your heart, you know what you need to do, which is be stronger, be more meditative, soul search, love yourself. That's the path. But it is very difficult for you. This is not an easy journey. Matters of the heart never are easy, guys, but this is especially hard for Pisces. It takes great strength to carry the burdens and the pain of loss and death and push through it not bitter and not angry. And Maya Angelou actually spoke on that as well. And she was talking with, I think it was Dave Chappelle. I posted it on a video on my community channel. You should subscribe so you can check out the community channel. But I posted that video, and she talked about bitterness and anger, and they were talking about all kinds of issues. But she said, yes, you can be angry. You can be angry. You should speak your anger. You should write your anger. You should paint your anger. Never stop talking about your anger. Don't just pretend it's not there. Let it out. But never be bitter. Never let your anger change you. Don't let this love that died change you. To be a dark person, to be a mean person, to be a cold and callous person, don't let that change the beauty that you are. Because she said, bitterness is like a cancer. And it eats the host. Nothing happens to the cause of its displeasure. Okay, nothing happens to the object of anger's displeasure. It kills the host. The cancerous tumor is not harmed, but everything else is. So by being bitter and angry at someone that may have wronged you, hurt you deeply, being bitter and angry does nothing to them. And you've probably noticed it didn't affect them one bit in their life. They're off doing whatever they're doing. And it sure seems like your pain is not affecting them. And the truth is, it's not. It's affecting you. So this message here is, don't let this bitterness affect you and make your journey long and painful. Let it go. There's got to be something you can do in a meditative experience that you can let him or her go, so you're not carrying that pain with you into this next part of your life. You're ready to grow. You're ready to be a better person. You're ready to have a new life. That's the death. For every ending, there's a new beginning. And for every painful, excruciating death is a bright new day that you're thankful to be alive and have. And that is the truth. Let's see what actions Pisces taking down here. By the way, I forgot to mention before I move on, there's an air sign that's going to come into your life. Most likely a Libra, because that is the Knight of Swords. But I'm open to the other air signs, okay? Gemini and Aquarius, they're open. But this is a Libra card, but it's still a Knight of Air, okay? There is a masculine, male or female, just a masculine energy that is an air sign that is going to come to you, and they may have a Scorpio moon, they may have a Scorpio sun, or a Scorpio rising, okay? Or Scorpio Venus. But this person is going to come to you in the month of November. This person is going to come to you as you were a counselor or a teacher for them. They're going to come to you and lay down some burdens. In fact, what I'm feeling is it's going to be a confession. There is going to be an air sign that's going to confess something to you in November. That's just a feeling I have. That's a prediction. That's a knowing. That's something that is going to happen. Okay? Let's move on to the actions for Pisces. We have the Seven of Scrolls, which is the Seven of Swords. And I kind of get this, it's not a good feeling. It's cold. It's cold. Okay, it's a cold feeling. I think there's a level of disappointment. Okay? Pisces, in your actions in the near future, you are going to be disappointed. There's a door closed in your face. An opportunity closed off to you. I feel like there's a disappointment. There's a very big letdown, and it's just, I've come so far. I can't reach this person. We have this little guy here who's trying to come to the door and deliver a message. And every time he tries to deliver the message, nobody answers. And all these scrolls are sitting outside the door as if somebody was throwing newspapers and nobody's home. They're out on vacation or they're not there. You know what I mean? And you're like, I'm trying to contact this person and I keep leaving them a message or a voicemail or a text, but they never reply. They're never getting back to me. Maybe I'm trying to go visit this person and they're never home. I keep knocking on this door and the door will not be opened. And it's very frustrating and disappointing. There are secrets behind this door. And I'm just going to tell you this right now. This air sign might be the same person. It might be the same person, but this is an air sign clearly, and they are cold, and they're shutting you out. They're shutting you out in the cold, okay? And that's what you're experiencing right now. That the more you pursue, the more you're getting told no. Let's get the next action for Pisces. More swords. I really wish I wasn't going to see any more swords in this reading, but it is what it is. We have the Five of Scrolls. They got the message, Pisces. They just didn't pick it up and they didn't want to respond. Your person read the text message. See, he's standing on it. Your person read the text. They saw it. And they just didn't respond. Your person saw you through the window coming to the door, but they didn't answer. They pretended they weren't home. Your person got your phone call, but acted like, I didn't know that number, didn't recognize that number. They are lying to you, and they're also lying to themselves. They're in denial. They're in some very big denial right now. There's some cold truth here. You represent the sword of truth. This is you and the sword stabbing all the notes. And here we have a goat, which to me represents stubbornness. Capricorn energy, the rock. Penetrating the rock. And you're like, this is the truth, and you know it's the truth. Don't deny it's the truth. But this stubborn goat over here doesn't want to hear it. And I think that's what's going on. You're speaking your truth and they don't want to freaking hear it, Pisces. And this is a confrontation with the Five of Swords. It's like, look, you're going to hear this. You're going to hear me. Now, if you don't want to respond, that's fine, but you're going to know that I know the truth. Because I think there's a lot of intuition here with the Queen of Scrolls. And that's in your heart. And even Scorpio, the death card, speaks about intuition. Because you already know. I think what I'm telling you, you already know. I'm just confirming it. I guess I'm just confirming the message. The next card for your actions is the Six of Spirals. Bravo, Pisces. You won. You did the righteous act. This is the same and equivalent as the Six of Wands, which is victory, success, Leo energy, being recognized, going through a very difficult battle, and coming out the winner. You have the laurel, you have the glory, you have the attention. You may not think you're getting this person's attention, but you are getting this person's attention. You know, sometimes you think you're beating a dead horse. Sometimes you think you're hitting a brick wall and nothing's getting through, but you couldn't be further from the truth. Your perseverance, your going further and continuous and strong is a burden, but your righteousness and your authority and your perseverance has influenced this person a great deal. And you may not realize it, and they may not have ever replied or said a word, but it's as equivalent as showing up to a deaf and blind person every day at a nursing home and grabbing their hand. Maybe they never grab your hand back. Maybe they never respond to what you're saying and what you're doing, but your presence every day there for that person means something to them, and it made them feel alive. And if you never came back, that person would look for you. Where did they go? I come and I knock and no one answers. I call and a text and no one responds. I seek out. I go forth with no answer. I do it every day, every week, every month, every year, with no results. I keep going forth, maybe not for them, but for me. I go forth to show that love takes courage, that it's not easy, that it can be a weight and it can be a heavy burden, but it is worth the journey. I go to show those that do not know love what love looks like, what love is. I go to show that person inside who will never answer and never respond and never reply and never open. I go to show them what courage looks like. I go to show them that there's nothing that could persuade me, nothing that could move me, nothing that could change me, nothing that could blow me in another direction. I go to show them that I am the rock. I am immovable. I am strength and I am strong and I am solid and I am someone you can count on. I am someone you can trust. I am someone who knows who I am. I am someone who knows my worth. I am determined and I am confident and I am proud. And whether they come around or they don't, I stood for what I believe in. I show who I am and I am a strength in this world. That makes me victorious. That makes me Six of Wands. That makes me stronger than those that think they can cause harm. Because now this person knows nothing you say, nothing you do, nothing you can push towards me could defeat me. No words that you say to me could make me fall at your feet, wilt like a flower in front of you. Cry in a corner, be weakened. Nothing you could say or do can weaken me. I am that strong. So that's what this is about for Pisces. It is, I am that strong. I am that strong. Boy, have you met your match. Boy, have you never seen power and strength like this before. Boy, have you never seen determination like this before. Boy, have you never met anyone like this before. Some may call it crazy, but the wise may call it strength. Why? Because it takes courage to love. And you only pursue if it serves you. If this doesn't serve you anymore, don't pursue. But if in some way that this is serving you, then do it. But don't do it for them. Do it for you. Build your strength, build your stamina, build your confidence. For every 100 no's, there's a yes. It's the law of averages. You keep trying for those yeses. You keep persevering. You keep going. You keep believing. You have to. That's faith. And that Six of Wands is faith. So here I see a victorious, confident, strong Pisces. I see that you don't take no for an answer. I see that what discourages others does not discourage you. I see that for every 100 no's, you know there's going to be a yes. I see that you're going to keep being the magician and creating this life the way you want it to be, regardless of what anyone says, thinks, or does, or tries to inspire you or drag you in a different direction. I see confidence. I see truth. You're a rock. You are a rock. Let's get some clarifications on these cards. What will I use? Yeah, let's get a love oracle here on your love. Spirit, please reveal to me the heart of this Pisces. Reveal to me the heart of this Pisces. Ooh, she's beautiful. Okay. Her name is Madhuri. She's Indian, clearly. Always be ready for the performance of your life. Always be ready for the performance of your life. Seduction is the most powerful currency. Your true friends see through your disguises. I like that. Always dress the part. Always be ready. You never know when love's going to strike. You never know when that door is finally going to open. You never know when all this, it's never changing, it's always the same, changes. You never know just when the surprise of your life happens. The message for you, Pisces, is be ready for love. Be ready for love. Because it's going to come when you least expect it. You've been preparing for this love your whole life. Don't change what you're doing now. Know that all these confident actions that you're taking is actually very seductive. Bottom of the deck here, I have Billie Holiday. It says, a kiss never tasted like fine... I'm sorry. Let me start over. Apparently I can't speak. Billie Holiday. A kiss never tasted is like a fine wine wasted. You'll never know when to stop until you've had too much. You can find friends in the darkest places. You obviously have a very odd group of friends, that's for sure. I think some of your friends may be not the most bright of the bunch. And I don't mean by intelligence, I mean, I feel like some of your friends have some toxic behaviors. You got some bad boyfriends. You got some bad girlfriends. You know what I mean? You got those friends that are the dangerous ones, right? The ones that are risk takers. You have friends that may be a little whorish, just saying. You know, we have those friends. The friends that you have are not the pick of the litter. They have issues. Okay? So, you know, your circle of friends is very different than you. You know, you might have one crazy friend that is completely not like you, but they're your friend. So Pisces, you know, you have an eclectic bunch of acquaintances, that's to say the least. I also see that, you know, we talked about lukewarm. You're either all in or you're all out, you know. You're hot or cold. There is no lukewarm for Pisces. So when you fall in love, you fall hard. There's no, maybe I'll take my time and see how it develops. It's, I'm in love with you. That's it. Completely, madly, truly, and deeply. It makes no sense. It's not rational, but it's love, and love isn't supposed to be. So I see Pisces as just calling in this irrational love. I feel like two things here. One, you're willing to test the waters. You're willing to experience love even from odd places. I don't know where these odd places are, but different people. I don't think you want a profound relationship. I think you just want to taste romance. I don't think you're looking for love. I think what I'm reading for Pisces is the person I loved with all my heart and soul is gone. Almost like that person has died. And you feel like you're never going to love like that again. Ever. And you've accepted that. So instead of wasting your time here on this planet being a spinster or a mister with no one, I feel like you would like to enjoy passion and love still, knowing that it's not going to go deeper than that. So I think that you're putting on your love light, but you're not exactly opening up your heart. It's more of a physical thing. And I think you just want to be told you're beautiful. I think you want someone to rub your feet or rub your back. I think you want someone to buy you flowers. I think you want someone to go on a walk with or have a date. I think you want someone to make love to have passionate sex with. And I don't think it's about you wanting a relationship. I think it's about Pisces wanting to feel sexy. I think it's about Pisces wanting to feel desirable. I think it's feeding your soul. I think it's you just wanting to say, I'm alive, I'm not dead. Just because this person is no longer here does not make me dead. I'm not dead, and I'm not dead down there. I'm very much alive. And I want to experience romance. I'm not going to waste my body. I'm not going to waste my mind. I'm not going to waste my gifts. I'm not going to waste them. I'm going to use them. But you're smarter now, you see. You're not jumping into love like, oh my God, I want to, go with you into the next lifetime. Because that's the love you feel you lost. The love that you wanted to go multiple lifetimes with, the soulmate love, right? You feel like that is gone. Now you're just looking for someone to spend the remainder of your days with here on this earth. And by God, I hope it's pleasurable, right? I think about the movie with John Travolta called Phenomenon, and I don't know if you guys saw that, but it's a really good one. He's dying of a cancer. He knows he's dying, and he knows he only has a certain amount of time, and he meets this beautiful woman, and they make love a couple times before he dies, and he just wants to spend the rest of his days with her and her kids, and on the farm, and in the sun, and under the trees, and looking at the clouds, and just enjoying life. So for Pisces, it's no longer about some soulmate love that's deep and profound. It's about the moment. And I really think Pisces just I've been there, done that. I just want to live for the moment. I just want to feel sexy today. I want to feel loved today. I want to feel desired. I want to feel alive, and I want to feel beautiful, or I want to feel handsome, or I want to feel desired. You You don't want to go through life feeling empty or unappreciated, unloved. I don't think you've lost your enthusiasm for pursuing the one you loved, and I don't want to say you lost faith, because I don't think you have. I think it's more faith in the fact that whenever it happens, it happens. Whenever I do achieve this soulmate profound reconnection, it will be at the right time for the right reason. But until then, I'm going to pursue me in all ways: mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, sexual. You're just going to pursue Pisces as well. And it's this very beautiful, sexy confidence that makes you extremely desirable. And believe me, people are noticing. I think love is going to come when you least expect it. I think you're going to get love from more than one place. I think you're going to have some flings if you want the truth. I think you might have a couple flings. And I think that the one you love is going to come to you eventually here in November with some kind of a confession. Now, whether they stay and be with you or not, that's fate. But I do know they will come forth. And I do know that you're not hanging on to them anymore. I see that you're open, but you're not defeated. You know what I mean? So let's clarify this again. Spirit, can you clarify death? Clarify death for me and the Knight of Swords. It's quick. It's almost like a cord cutting, but it's not. It's just quick. It's like a decision's made, and it's like, you know what? Okay, I'm releasing myself from that burden. I'm cutting myself free from holding on, wasting time waiting. I think Pisces is coming out of a waiting period and just saying, look, I'm so happy and I'll be very welcoming for you when you're ready. But I'm not waiting anymore. I'm going to go out there and see what's out there. And so I guess a very realistic reading here today. I love you, but I'm not waiting on you. Okay, I love you and I want you and I'm pursuing you, but I will be pursuing other paths along the journey as well. And it's just, you know, it's simple. It's just that simple. Let's clarify the death card here. Unavoidable. Bottom of the deck is best friends. There's an unavoidable confession that's going to happen. It's the elephant in the room. Whatever is the elephant in the room that hasn't been talked about, it's going to be talked about. Absolutely unavoidable. It could be a best friend that you're going to talk to. An air sign best friend is going to come do some confession to you. Or it could be a lover that is like your best friend that is going to come to you in confidence as you being one of their best friends, someone they can trust to confide in. Okay, a bonus card that flew out was True Colors. And I think that's just telling of the time, November, fall for America. I don't know about everywhere else, but it's soon, okay? It's November time frame. It's when the leaves start turning colors. You see their true colors, right? And I think this person is going to show you their true colors. They're going to kind of bare their soul to you and open up. I want to get a card about this person. Spirit, please give me a message and a reading here for this person that's coming to confess their true feelings to the sign of Pisces. Someone's going to open up and bare their heart and soul. Who is this? We have a 10 of Pentacles and an Ace of Cups. True love, new beginning, fresh start, coming clean, asking for forgiveness. I think that's the key word here. Forgiveness. I think this person's going to confess and ask for forgiveness. This person is quite possibly that earth sign I talked about earlier in the beginning of the reading, this Knight of Pentacles. This person is a little bit more immature than you. This person is very focused in the real world. They have a hard time being spiritual. They're going to come to you for spiritual comfort and spiritual knowledge. You're the only person that they know that is on this high spiritual level. Okay? There's nobody else in the world, in their life, that they can really come to and talk about these things. These things that they're going to talk to you about is extremely spiritual and emotional things. And they can only talk to you about this. With the 10 and the Ace of Cups, I think that you guys are going to have a new beginning. This would be an earth sign, obviously. This person would be already mature, most likely. They would probably have a decent job. They pay their bills. They're self-independent, okay? They're independent. They know how to have a family. They may already have a family, or they just know how to have a family. They know and they have what it takes to be responsible and pay a mortgage and have children and have dogs and cats. I mean, this is someone that knows how to run a home. This is not some silly-willy youngster, okay? This is somebody that knows what it takes to make it in life, and they really have to let things loose with you. I do think you and this person are going to have a freeing conversation, and I think this person's going to say, I'm so sorry about the burdens I've caused you. I'm sorry about making things difficult on you. I do want a new beginning with this Ace of Cups. The only person I've ever really loved is you. The only person that's ever really known who I am true to the core is you. So I do think that that's going to come up in the confession. Following that is more Scorpio energy here. And this is the 5 of Cups. And this is sorrow, regret, and remorse. Okay? Virgo's very prominent here. Under that, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Virgo energy. But it doesn't have to be, but any of the earth signs, okay? But so far, the most prominent signs are going to be Gemini, Virgo, Libra, and Sagittarius. Okay? And I am going to check those in the extended, okay? I'm going to check what the outcome is on that. But anyways, part of this apology is I think they're very regretful for making choices that took them away from you. I think they regret making a decision they thought was going to make them happy, but really never did, okay? So I think there was a selfish decision made on their part, and that's really who this person is. I don't want to judge them harshly and say that they're a negative person, because I don't think they are. I think you feel like home to them. I think that you bring up some childhood wounds that need healing. I also think that they've discovered your guys' relationship as happy and needing to be reborn, rebirthed. I think they want newness with you. I think they've recently discovered they want to try this again. I think they have a strategy. I think this conversation is one that's going to lead to many others. I think they plan on coming in, having this conversation, and they already have the next plan after that. They just want to see how it goes. But it's unavoidable, and it's definitely happening for you. Let's get another little oracle for you. I choose to use the James Van Praagh. These are the Soul's Journey oracles. Okay. Spirit, give me a message for the sign of Pisces through these cards. Spirit guides, guide me to the right card for the sign of Pisces. Guide me to the right card for the sign of Pisces. Okay, we have blame. Bottom of the deck is the deck. Bottom of the deck is judgment. Okay, which I like, because I do think that there's some kind of a second chance for Pisces. I don't think Pisces is waiting around for the second chance, but I do think there's a second chance coming up for you. I do think that that person's definitely interested in having a new beginning with you. Whether you want to do that is completely up to you, but it is coming up. Anyways, the card that came out for you is the blame card, and it says, I accept responsibility for my well-being. And that gives two messages for me for the sign of Pisces. One, you're not blaming this person for your suffering. Nope. You're not going to tell this person, because of you, I've become depressed. Because of you, I've suffered and cried endlessly. Because of you, I've lost, so much that was important to me. Because of you, I've wasted time. No, Pisces enlightenment and awakening is there is no because of you. It was always because of me. Because I chose to do those things to myself. So by you taking responsibility takes away their power over you. And that's why you're so strong and assertive and confident and sexy, because you own everything that's happened to you. And you're no longer pointing fingers and blaming anyone for what's happened to you. You're just saying, I am the ruler of my life. You all have no power over me. I am the one in control of my state, like your state of being, okay? I'm in control of my state of being. I'm in control of my state of mind, and I'm in control of my feelings. No one makes me feel or do anything, right? So let's just read that. And maybe your person is also dealing with the same thing. They're learning this lesson that they can no longer blame other people for their problems. Because what's good for the goose in this reading is good for the gander. What's happening on one foot is also happening on the other foot. So when you're going through this growth spurt, so is your person. As you learn this blame lesson, so do they. And it says here, Pisces, it's easy to give away the power to transform your life. Certainly, there have been people along your path who have shaped you into who you are today. But you are solely responsible for everything and your own happiness. The ego can be a very fragile thing, and it comes under fire sometimes. The first instinct is to blame an outside force. Victim consciousness weakens the condition of the soul that you have. The mindset says, I don't have the power inside myself to break free because someone else's power is stronger than me. This is an illusion. When you believe that someone else is responsible for your problems, that belief is the problem. Personal responsibility can empower you to change your reality. Lasting transformation always begins on the inside and works its way out. It takes time, but there is a difference between a reason and an excuse. A reason is valid and unavoidable. An excuse is an attempt to shift the blame. So I love it. You guys are really working on the blame game between you and your person. That's something that you guys are working out. That's part of this soul growth, okay? And that's kind of what Pisces is experiencing. What is the hidden truth behind this confession for Pisces? Please, Spirit, guide me with these cards and show me the hidden truth about the confession which Pisces will receive. Tell me the truth behind this, what I feel is an apology, some kind of a communication that's going to happen. It's been a long time awaited, 10 of spirals for Pisces. They've been having a lot of doors closed in their face, a lot of difficult communication, so please tell me the truth of this. Oh, whoop. I got two of them. They just popped right out. Okay. The first one that came out is, first of all, the truth, we will be together again. So Okay. Spirit's like, yeah, I got judgment for a reason. Yes, Pisces and this person will be together again. It's written here in the Truth Oracles, all right? The other card that came out is I hide behind material things. And that makes a lot of sense with the truth behind that person that's coming towards you. Okay, the truth is they have been hiding behind their job, using it as an excuse that they can't talk to you, hiding behind their family, making that another excuse on why they can't talk to you. You know, all these excuses. It's always something to do with materialism, something in the physical. Okay, and that's the hidden truth, all right? But bottom of the deck, I remember every detail that day. The last words that you guys had ever spoken to each other was monumental. And believe me, this person remembers that conversation in detail. Whatever conversation you had, if you thought, oh, Steph, it's been years, or maybe it's just been months, or whatever, it's been a while, Steph, I doubt that person even really recalls our last communication. No, they remember every detail. Why is that so important to them? Why do they want to remember every single detail? Okay? I want to ask that. Why? Spirit, why does this person want to remember every little thing with the sign of Pisces? Like, why is that? Why is this person hanging on to those words? What is the deal? Why is this person remembering every detail? Oh. We've been talking about illusion a lot today, but we have illumination. For one, you may be illusioned and think they don't know what this relationship is all about. Wrong, they do. You woke them up. This person was asleep, and Pisces came and woke them up. Their soul was dead. Death. Their soul was dead, and you were their teacher. Their spirit was thirsty, and you gave them water. Their soul was hungry, and you fed them. Their mind was dying for truth, and you gave them life. Okay? You were a vessel in which Spirit used you to illuminate their life. So yes, there is a reason why they remember every detail of your conversation, because you are actually very important to them. And you mark a monumental part of their life's growth, their soul growth. You were meant to be on their path, and like the Hermit card again, you illuminate their dark path. You illuminate their demons. You shine light on their truth. They avoid you not because they don't love you, not because they don't want you, but because you will shine light on what is wrong with them. And they're not ready for that. That's the truth of it all. The other cards that came out is the number 29. I know this is a soul connection. It's like everything's been coming up to this moment. And I talked about Jupiter going direct. We've been talking about Jupiter, Pisces. It goes direct on the 29th of this month. That's why 29 is so prominent. Jupiter is your leader, your teacher. You represent Jupiter. Your power is coming up on the 29th. You're going to be released. Power is yours. So Jupiter's working on your behalf. And there's movement. There's movement on this relationship. It says here, I know, Pisces, that this is a soul connection. And that may be something you've been dying to hear. Okay? Because why they hang on to your words is they know beyond a shadow of a doubt that Pisces and them have a deep soul contract, a deep soul connection. No one sees them like you. No one knows them like you. You're that psychic. To them, you are that psychic. To them, you are that teacher. We have Cathedral, which is the Hierophant, major arcana. And this talks about commitment, contract, faith, belief, and discipline. You take them to church. I'm just going to put it to you that way. Pisces, you take them to church. Anytime you speak, you take them to church. Okay? You make this person grow. You shine the light of Source out onto this person. They learn so much from you, and that's why you have the illumination. Okay? Oh, I love you guys. Thank you, Lisi. You guys are just amazing and kind and too much and too good for me. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Spirit, tell me what time it is. Tell me what time it is, Spirit. Show Pisces what time it is for their soul. What time is it for the Pisces soul? They are ready. They are hungry and growing. Woo! I love it. The double D. Wait a minute. Maybe Pisces has a double D. Hey, I'm just having a little fun. I'm just kidding. But bottom of the deck is Dreams. The card that fell out is Desire. Dreams and Desire. All right? Dreams and Desire. That's what time it is. It's time to dream big. It's time to desire much. Number 15. This is the Damiana plant. And there is a lantern, like a genie. Genie in a lantern. Make a wish. Magician energy, right? This is what time it is. So let's read this. Whoops. Woo, almost dropped that. Okay. It says here, Pisces. Okay. The pursuit of what you long for and the achievement of its attainment are indicated. Something you long for could be in the spotlight and having a greater ripple effect through your life than usual. Okay, hold on, guys. Let me grab Maddie. I'll start over. Let me just see what's going on here. Hi. What do you need? Did you eat your food? Did you get soaked from the pool?
Yeah, I was going in there just playing.
You're so cute. You can play in the pool if you like to.
By the way, you guys have bigger fish without me, and there are 3 boxes missing on each side.
No one else had them.
Someone did.
Maybe Matthew will have it. Go ahead and have some. You can eat what's left of Matthew's as well. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Little Maddie got all soaked from the pool outside. Our little baby pool. Okay, we had so much fun with the puppies yesterday. We had the pups in there in the pool and Maddie, and it was a good time. So, back to this card. Let me just start over. I'm so sorry about the interruption. Okay, so it's the Desire card. Pisces, the pursuit of what you long for and the achievement of its attainment are indicated. Something you really want, something that you're really longing for is in the spotlight. And it's actually having a greater ripple effect through your life than normal. Is this a good thing? Perhaps. But be careful. Your desires do not cloud your focus or your true purpose. Your ambitions and passions and goals are all in a state of progression. They're moving forward pretty fast, as are calculated risks along the way. A very important concern will come into your life shortly that you'll need full commitment and attention to. Relationships can become more physical and passionate also. Okay. I will tell you that my first instinct when I read that, I got a little fearful. I feel like there is a very important thing that's going to come up for you. I don't feel happy about it. Me as a reader, if I read something and I feel good about something, I feel happy about something, I'll be happy to express that. But when I read that and I feel something nerve-wracking or something painful to hear, difficult to take, difficult to deal with, I have to speak about that too. There is something that's going to come up, okay? It says a very important concern will come into your life shortly. And it doesn't just want part of your attention, it wants all of your attention. Full commitment and attention. Now, it's my job to prepare you that it could be anything. It may be a little thing, it may be a big thing, but it's important. It could be a renovation project that you have to deal with it. It could be something small like the pipes burst, you know, and it needs you to totally re-renovate a situation and get all your attention. It could be someone you love becomes ill and they require all your attention and all your commitment. When my grandpa became ill, if you guys remember, it was, about a year ago. It started in November. I had to take him to the hospital, and I was with him every day till he died, and it took all of my energy. The kids got put on hold. I mean, they were with me, but they weren't my focus. Work was not my focus. My house was not my focus. My bills were not my focus. Me, my body, my food intake was not my focus. He was my sole focus. And anyways, I think it's something like that. And I'm not saying someone's going to get sick, but I'm saying the example that it took all of my focus, everything else was put on hold, that might be what happens, whatever this is. It could be your health. It could be your home. It could be your children. It could be a move. I'm going to clarify that because I feel like we should know more. Spirit, please tell me what is going to come up that requires so much focus for the sign of Pisces. Please give me a card that can clarify the kind of situation. Okay, this is good. It's better than I thought. I was a little nervous there. I have cleanse, which is a purification. Cleansing your body, detoxifying your mind, taking care of your body, your health, your mental state, cleansing away toxic people. We have karmic card under that. So there's a karmic getting cleared away from your life. Whoever, whatever this is, you're done. And you're going to have to cleanse this away from you. Because I think that you're going to get a conversation and some kind of an apology or a confession. You may have to help someone else clear away the drama. It may not even be your own. It may be your person, your air sign coming to you and saying, Pisces, let me just start. I am sorry for everything I've done to you. And I'm sorry for hurting you, and I'm sorry for blocking you out. I'm sorry for the pain that I've caused. In my absence, I've gotten involved with someone. Okay, some kind of a karmic. We're having a fight. Whoops, this 5 of Swords. Okay, I'm having a conflict. And I'm trying to get out of this situation, Pisces, and it's causing me a lot of drama. I have to move. I have to get my phone on a different number. I have to relocate. I have to talk to a lawyer, or I have to talk with this person, or I have to give this whatever. Pisces, I'm really having a struggle. And I can't cope with all of this, either physically, mentally, financially, or maybe spiritually. Maybe it's all the above. Maybe it's just one. But this person is going to need your attention for a time. Okay? I don't think it's a long time, but I think they're going to need all of your attention for a time. And if this is you, and you're the one doing the cleansing on you, then that's what it is. It means that what's going to happen for Pisces is you're going to clear yourself of any karmic distractions or a karmic partner or a karmic cycle, okay? It means that what's coming up for you is the clearing of karma. And it might take all of your attention and all of your focus if it's for you. All right, but that is what's coming up. I think it's only going to last a month. I got 4 weeks. The card that fell was a 5 of Cups. Sorrow, sadness, regret. It's going to be painful. It's going to be hard for you or this person. You guys are going to have about a month, 4 of Wands, 4 weeks to deal with this. They might have to heal or go to a rehab or go through some kind of a transformation for 5 months. It's going to take about 5 months for this to finish. There's a lot of broken heart. Someone's going to be very sad. Someone's going to have a lot of problems. There's going to be some arguments. There's going to be some difficult times. It's not going to last forever. The storm will come in and then it will clear and the sun will come out. But I just think you should prepare for that. I also think, because I have dreams at the bottom of the deck, that you might be seeing this in dreams before it happens. Either you've already started seeing it or you will. Okay? But I think that you should just be aware that that is something that may come up. Spirit, how do you want Pisces to handle this? Let's see. How do you want Pisces to handle this, Spirit? Let's get a healing card. Spirit, how do you want Pisces to handle this obstacle that may be coming up? Okay. We have a healing card for you. It says, Pisces, as you experience the sadness of loss, find gratitude for the love you shared and the experiences you had. I remember you today with love and gratitude. The other card that flew out was acceptance. Pisces, acceptance doesn't mean you're okay with the loss. It just means in time we must accept the reality they are no longer here in physical form. So that can be good. I mean, if you're losing someone, like I lost my grandpa, you know, it's being grateful for the wonderful times I had with him. If it's about a lover, you know, this is talking about you having to let go of a karmic relationship, possibly, Pisces, and just making peace with it, that that person is gone and you're ready to move on. If it's your person that comes to you in this confession saying, Pisces, I need your help, I'm going through this ending, you're going to have to coach them to accept the loss and to just be grateful for the lesson and to be willing to move on with you, okay? Because that's the acceptance. And really, that's the lesson that's going to be learned. Let's see what the universe has to say about this for Pisces. Whatever this is, know that there's going to be a new beginning and great healing. But there's also going to be some 2 double 5 of Cups loss. Okay, there is going to be some sorrow, some sadness, and some pain, but there's going to be a rebirth. There's going to be a renewal. So it's nothing to worry about too much. I don't think you should be freaking out. It's going to be a good thing. Okay, it's going to be a much needed, much good thing. Spirit, what do you want to say about this as the universe? It says here, it's not as if you need anyone. So that's the first message. You don't need anyone to complete you. You don't need anyone to fulfill you. You don't need anyone. You really just don't. The other message is karma is on your side. So if you have any worries about, is something bad going to happen to me? Is karma coming back to, spank me in some way? No. The universe says, listen, if I can give you any peace at night, take this. Karma is on your side, not the other way around. And the last one is, those you love, Pisces, they love you, okay? Those you love you. Why? Because like attracts like. Love attracts love. That's the truth. And as long as you love others, you're only going to get love in return. Bottom of the deck, Pisces, love in spite of it all. Love in spite of it all. Don't let any of this detour you, ruin you, or hurt you in any way. I think that's pretty much it for Pisces. I am going to go into the extended. I want to learn a little bit more about the karmic situation, okay? I want to learn what exactly is this karma. Okay, so I'm going to get more into that. I want to learn about this new beginning with the Ace of Cups. Okay, so I'm going to get some more details into that with you and this person. I am going to check the outcomes with Scorpio, Virgo, Gemini, and Libra. Okay, I think those were the 4 signs that I really saw prominent. Okay, and so I'm going to pull some cards and see what the outcome is for all of those cards. If you guys are interested in seeing the extended of this reading, you can go to jks1111.com and you can subscribe. It's $99 a month. I don't have Patreon. I don't have Venmo readings per video. I don't have any of that stuff. I just have my package of all the extendeds on my website. They're there for you to look through. You can see all the archives as well. So you get to see more extended readings from the past. And there's a lot of good information in there for you. My videos are longer than 10 minutes. I know everyone else's extendeds are just a few minutes. So why would you subscribe and pay $99 a month for, a 10-minute video? Or, 12 10-minute videos? No, my extendeds are much longer than that. They're sometimes an hour and a half. The very least video I've ever had in the extended is 30 minutes. And that was, rare. Okay, so they're anywhere between 30 minutes and an hour and a half. So it's a complete in-depth look further into the readings. And it supports this channel and keeps me here just working for you so you can get help with your life. Think of it as paying for coaching. Think of it as paying for answers. Think of it as paying for guidance and a teacher to guide you here. Just think of it in other ways if it's difficult for you to ration why you would do that. Think of it as a spiritual investment for yourself also. And if you are interested in signing up for my tarot class, we only have a little bit longer while the class still includes my cards and all included in the one reading. So if you have not subscribed to my class, enrolled in my class, it starts January 1st. It's $3.99. I am allowing you to make payments. You don't have to pay it all at once if you don't want to. And you can do that in the donation button with a note. You can donate a specific amount of money, tell me what that's for, and I'll put you in my book for making your payments, and I'll watch you along as you make your payments to make sure everything's up to date. After the month of September, I'm not going to include my tarot cards. That's included now as a special. So keep that in mind. If you haven't subscribed for my class, do it before October, because I won't have that special. It will just be the class, and that's just how it's going to be. I think I'm about half full right now. I still have another half to go, but we still have a few more months to get the list all ready and done. So that's available to you. And if you guys are still wanting to subscribe for my extendeds, then do it now, because only for the next week I'm going to be offering that reading that's included with your subscription. So I get to watch you while I'm live, see your comments, know that you're present, and pull cards for you on your personal life, your personal situation. So you guys will be able to have that for yourself, as well as the extendeds, all the extendeds. So if you're interested, please subscribe now to jks1111.com, monthly zodiacs. When you subscribe, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button, pay the amount. When that's confirmed, you'll be able to log in. You're going to set up your login first, and then you're going to be getting an email confirming that that is you and that is your login and your email is good, the one that you've listed. Okay? There's no spam, there's no ads, there's no I want to contact you for more sales and blah, 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 keeping you posted on what I'm selling. If I'm selling anything, you're going to see it on my videos. You're not going to get hit up on emails from me, okay? That's not going to happen. I don't even have time for that anyways. So yeah, go ahead and do that. And it's just a login, and then you get to view all the extendeds, okay? So I hope you do that. It would serve you a great deal, and it would definitely help this channel. So I love you guys, and remember, this love is a journey, not a destination. So just keep swimming, like I always say. And if you can't support me financially, can you just go ahead and click the like button down there and the subscribe button? If you've watched the video this far through, I'm probably a pretty good reader for you, and you probably like my readings, so I'd assume they give you some benefit. Go ahead and hit the bell icon so you're notified of the lives. So whenever I am popping up live, you can join if you want to. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Just keep swimming, keep smiling, keep positive, and don't stop believing. I'll see you guys in the extended. I hope you've enjoyed. I love you so much. Thank you, markers. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, moderators, for creating such a peaceful place for everyone to be. I appreciate you. Thank you, Lissy. Thank you, guys. I just love you. Thank you all. Thank you, Tiffany. Thank you, Ed. I love you guys. You're the best. You're awesome. Thank you all to the Pisces watching. I just hope you have a wonderful night. Good Sunday evening. I'll see you guys later. Bye.